Embarrassment.
I know. One person who's joining us today doesn't need any makeup to cover up any flaws.
She looks like a little China doll.
She really does.
She's so cute.
She's beautiful. Would you please join me in welcoming Stella Parton to Talk of the Town?
All right.
Yes, you. Is that me? Yo. Come on out. Come on, have a seat. Did you think I was talking about someone else? Join me in welcoming Stella. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
We were just talking yesterday. You were the first guest we had when we brought our audience in on Talk of the Town, and you were delighted.
That was fun, too.
Yeah, it was. It's good to have you back.
Well, thank you. It's always nice to be with you guys.
Yeah, since that time, you've been really busy, though, haven't you?
I've been doing a lot of stuff, Harry, and I missed you guys at Dream Makers this year, but I've been real busy with a new cookbook. I've got a new album out in Europe, and today, or this afternoon, I'll be doing the 10th year anniversary song for Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, which will be their national theme song, and it's called We're In It for Lives, and that's a very important cause that I'm trying to work with.
How do you find time to do all the things that you do? Because you stay very busy.
Well, I just try. I get up early and I go to bed late. And I try to get all I can out of the wonderful life that I've been given.
Tell me about the album and the new song you have right now.
Well, the new album is called Stella Parton Favorites, Volume 1, and it's a compilation album of a lot of successful songs that I've had over the last 15 or 16 years, like I Want to Hold You in My Dreams Tonight, Standard Lie Number 1, Danger of a Stranger, I'm Not That Good at Goodbye, and Young Love, and Legs, just a bunch of songs like that.
You released it in Europe. Do you get the chance to perform there very much?
Yeah, I was over there for festivals. We did a tour in Switzerland in May and had a real good time. Last October, we were down in Brazil for the first country music festivals held down there, and that was kind of a history-making thing. And
but, when you think about growing up in Sevierville, Tennessee, and the fact that here you are performing all over the world, has to be kind of interesting for you, doesn't it?
It's exciting. I feel like I've been blessed that I'm able to travel and kind of educate myself to other cultures, and I try to take that as an opportunity and try to also take our culture with me.
Yeah, share some of our culture with them. Well, let's find out. We've got an audience, and we will always want to give them the chance to visit with you and ask some questions. So let's join Debbie right now and find out what's on their mind, okay?
Got some little pint-sized fans. Of course, they're almost as tall as you, Stella. What's your name?
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline, what's your question?
I'd like to know how many sisters and brothers Stella has.
That's a good question, Jacqueline. A lot of people ask me that. I have 5 sisters, and I have 6 brothers. So there's 6 boys and 6 girls. There's 12 of us.
And along with that, you have a follow-up question.
Do you and your brothers and sisters get along very well?
Most of the time. We don't always get along, but we try to work it out if we don't agree.
You know, the big thing, family reunions are big. Now, do y'all have family reunions in your family?
Yes, we do, and we have this ongoing competition on macaroni and cheese because we all swear that we make the best, and our kids are all afraid to say that somebody else's mom is better than their mom, so nobody can ever decide who's the winner.
Is yours the best?
Yes, of course mine's the best.
Of course. Debbie?
You've got an Austin, Texas fan here with us, Edith Pompeo, and what's your question?
Well, I'd like to know if I go to Dollywood, will I see you and your whole family there?
Edith, that's a good question. You will see some of my family there. My brother Randy has a really good show, and he's there almost every day with his band. And my younger sister Frida also has a show in the park. And several of my aunts and uncles and cousins have a show in the park. But I'm not working there and haven't been booked there this year.
Do we need to speak to Dolly about that, maybe?
I try to put a plug in every time that I can that they haven't booked me this year.
Maybe she's watching this morning. Dolly, Stella would like to get over there and perform a little bit. The whole family, though, how did it come that the whole family, you talked about your aunts and uncles, and we know the brothers and sisters, you grew up in a musical family, but I didn't realize the whole family was that musical.
Well, actually, there's 6 of us right now working full-time in the music business, but there's 6 of us that do other things.
Yeah.
And my mother's brothers and their children, a lot of them sing and perform, but so did my daddy's people. They have bluegrass bands and gospel quartets and stuff, so that's kind of what we all did.
I think that was a part of life because, you know, in radio days, people would sit around and play. My father was very musical, and they all did that. That was a way of entertaining each other at that time. Yeah, I thought that's what everybody did. You sit around and make up songs. That's what I did when I was a little girl. Yeah, great. Debbie?
Did you do that when you were a little girl?
Yes.
Sure. Gwen, yeah, just wish they could be hits like the Partons.
Really?
This is Gwen Washington of Nashville. What's your question?
As a parent, Stella, I'd like to know how difficult it's been raising a son with your frequent absences.
That's a real good question. It's been difficult at times because I've done a lot of crying at night when I'm away from home, but my son's always been more important to me than my career or anything else that I could be doing. And I never allowed my career or other obligations to take over. If he needed me, everything else would have to, you know, take second best to him.
Mm-hmm.
We're all finding it hard to believe that your son is 21 years old. That's
Well,
incredible.
he is.
Wow.
Did you look, I mean, how did you look this good? Is it just all hereditary?
Well, he no longer stays up all night, you know. I can get my rest now.
And nor do you have to stay up all night worrying about him, right? Okay. Debbie?
And one last friend, what's your name?
Barbara Bush.
With the pearls. What's your real name?
I'm Dean Whitmer from the Goodlettsville Homemakers Club.
Oh, good. Dean, what's your question?
Well, I've been following the parts for a long time. I came to Nashville about the time that you all got, well, Dolly got started, and I've read all the books and all the magazines. And you might not want to answer this question, but is she real?
Look how she put
Did
that.
you say
Is she real?
I have a sister that has the same name as you, Dean, and she asks questions like that all the time, and we tell her to shut up.
I knew that's what you were going to say.
That's great.
Dean.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to take a break right now, and since you talk about your good cooking, your macaroni and cheese, we're going to give you a chance to work over in our kitchen today and prepare a recipe for us. So we'll be right back with Stella Parton in the kitchen with Debbie right after this break, so don't go away.
March into Calico Corners and save 20%